How's it going, guys? Welcome back. It's been a long time. I haven't been on YouTube for probably about 5 months now. After Hurricane Ian hit here in Florida, I decided to take some time off. I'm a contractor, so after the hurricane, there's hundreds of thousands of houses that need to be repaired. So I've just been really focusing on, my finances, building my business. But now I'm back and I'm ready to start doing more videos. When I left off, I did a lot of self-help videos teaching people, how to get rid of bad habits, start new habits, how to heal themselves. So that's where the focus is going to be. The channel is Neil Heals, and you can follow me on Instagram at Neil Heals. And today we're going to be talking about going on your spiritual journey. So this is something I've really been diving deep into for like 8 months, I'd say. We're all on a healing journey. Healing it's not like this finite thing. People think, oh, I'm going to heal this month. It's like you're going to be healing for the rest of your life, or going through awakenings, as a lot of woke people say. But yeah, I've gone through probably 4 awakenings just in the past year. So it's a never-ending journey, but there's things you can do to start that journey and to do correctly that are going to help you along the way, because there's a right way to do it. I don't want to say a wrong way to do it, but the right way will take much less time and a lot less pain, because the spiritual journey is painful. It's suffering. It's a lot of suffering. It's the way I look at it is it's pretty much the goal to inner peace and knowing who you are. That's what a spiritual journey is. Finding inner peace and knowing who you are. And the only way to do that is to forget everything you know, to pretty much be in the world, but not be of the world. So you can be in the world, but you're not of the world. The world doesn't make up who you are. All the things, the societal norms, the media, the propaganda, everything has been programmed into you from birth. All the things, that's not what makes you you. The person you're walking around as, you take in all the things that are happening of the world. That's what made this shell. But deep down to a core, our goal is to find out who you are at the center. So essentially, we need to strip away everything that has ever been learned, everything that has been programmed into us to believe. We have programming all the way from childhood, when a teacher would yell at you in math class or something and say, whatever, you're not smart enough, blah, blah, blah. Well, that becomes a belief in your brain now, and now you always think you're not smart enough. Even if you don't consciously think about it, it's in your subconscious, it's in your programming. So there's all these little programming things that you're probably not even aware of, and the only way to become aware of everything that has been programmed is to strip it all away and to find yourself. So I have a big whiteboard behind me, so I just want to make sure I hit all the topics before I go into the next part. So the first thing to do is, like I said, strip away everything. How do you do that? Well, isolation. That's what I did. A good friend of mine, old friend, taught me, okay, if you get into isolation and you get away from all the temptations, all the things that have programmed you, you're going to be able to take a step back from the world. You can be in the world, but take a step back from the world, and you're going to be able to figure out all the little things that make you who you are. So when I tell people this, like I said, it's a lot of suffering and pain. There's 2 ways you can go about it. The first way, which is what I did, but I don't suggest it, is you strip away everything and start from scratch all at once. Now, we know that it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. So, for example, I'm just going to use myself. What I did is, I gave up porn. I gave up weed. I gave up masturbation. I gave up sex. I gave up TV. I gave up caffeine. I gave up going out. I gave up going out to eat. I gave up everything, and I isolated myself. And all those bad habits, those temptations that I took away, I replaced with yoga, meditation, reading, working out, just everything to pretty much grow myself into the person I wanted to be and see who was really deep, deep down inside. Now, with that method, giving up everything, going cold turkey is very, very difficult. And, I would only suggest it if you want massive change and you're like ready to take the leap. Like you're going to go ahead, you're like, I'm doing this, But it's kind of like when I was a personal trainer many, many years ago, like 10 years ago, I would always see clients come in and they'd be like, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds in 4 months or whatever it is. And I'd be like, okay, this is going to be your plan. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to take away this, blah, 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 blah. And what always happens? They make it 3 weeks in and then right back to normal because it was too much. It's too much to handle. You need to take little doses, get really good at that one thing, and then move on to the next. It's not like, for example, I do a lot of fitness training as well. I teach a lot of people about supplements and nutrition. And I say, okay, they're like, I want to learn fasting, for example. I'll be like, okay, well, let's start out. Let's do a couple days of intermittent fasting, 16 hours. You will not eat, 8 hours you will eat. Just do it a little bit. And they'll do that and they'll start seeing a little bit of results. And I'll be like, okay, let's try a full 24-hour fast. You'll eat your dinner and then you won't eat till dinner the next night. And do that 1 day a week because that's an additional 2,000, 2,500 calories that they're going to lose every week. So we'll do that and I'll slowly incorporate it in, until they get comfortable and it becomes a habit. Once it becomes a habit, you move on to the next thing. So for example, if you're going to isolate yourself, you want to go on this spiritual journey and you want to just change everything about yourself, get rid of all the things, all that are programmed in your mind, it's going to be a lot if you try and do everything. So I look at it as like a 90-day transformation. And if we know that it takes 3 weeks to make or break a habit, pick one thing. Maybe it's porn. That was a big one for me. I was looking at porn for 15 years, 17 years. But after 3 weeks, I don't even think about it. Like I never think about it. It's gone and done with. Then you move on to the next thing. Look at it over 90 days. So in 90 days, you can get, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 new habits built. That's going to be a complete life change in its own. You're going to be a completely different person. So I would pick one thing, master it, get it out of your system where you're not thinking about it anymore. Maybe it's nicotine, caffeine, whatever. For me, got my Starbucks right here. This is a treat, but I do it 1, possibly 2 days a week. I have caffeine. I don't look at it as a crutch. I don't like anything, even if it is a health supplement or anything, I don't look at it like I don't want it to control me. I control myself and I have willpower and resilience and strength to not let something dictate my life. I don't need caffeine every morning when I wake up just to get through the day. So I don't like things to have control over me. I have control over myself. So that's like my little treat. But when I first got rid of caffeine, that first week sucked. Like that was suffering. But like I said to you guys, I did everything. Caffeine, weed, alcohol, porn, masturbation, everything all at once. It was brutal. After about a month though, it started to subside and I was completely changed and I can never even go back. I couldn't even go back if I wanted to. So like I said, the goal is inner peace and that is going to eventually get you to know who you are. And the whole goal is to stop numbing the pain with all these temptations of the world, material possessions. When you can learn to find inner peace, all these people think that, a Lambo, it's like always a Lambo. That a Lambo is, you're going to be happy. You'll be happy for a week and then it won't be enough. And I always said this to my clients when I was a personal trainer, if I gave you a pill right now that you could take and you would be instantly shredded, you'd be healthy and you get $10 million, $100 million, you can do anything you want, buy anything you want, you would lose it all because you didn't do the pain and the suffering to achieve it. Therefore, you take it for granted and you are not grateful for it. So, they do that study on people that win the lottery. The suicide rate on that is crazy because people don't know how to operate. I've seen actors, Shia LaBeouf, one of my favorite actors, he talks about how he wished he had known that happiness is created on the inner, that it was never going to be all these material things, being able to buy a house in every single state. Nothing is ever going to give you pure inner happiness or joy. That has to be created on your own. I'm completely happy with everything I have. When you're happy with a Toyota Camry, you'll be happy when you get a Lambo. If you're not happy with the Toyota Camry, you're not going to be happy with the Lambo. I promise you. I've had money, I've had everything, I've had success. You have to be happy with everything already, you know? Be happy for your family, be happy for your health, be happy for all the achievements and the accolades you've had. So this is going to be the part 1 video, is thinking about what you want to really give up. What is like your main thing? Think about it over 90 days. It's going to be like a 90-day transformation. Takes 3 weeks to make or break a habit. What will be the first thing? What will be the first major thing that you can get rid of, create a new habit? In part 2 of the spiritual journey, I'll talk about when you actually get through the process of the isolation, how to keep moving forward when you find that inner peace, when you find that growth, and how to really figure out who you are. And we'll dive more into the deeper details of it, but this is just kind of like the starter guide of what you need to do to heal yourself. And everyone on this planet, like my channel is Neil Heals. I don't like to, when I was changing my Instagram name, I put healer in the bio, and I felt like uncomfortable putting it in there. I was like, oh, like I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Like, who's this guy that thinks he's a healer? And like I thought about it, and I'm like, we're all healers. Like every single person on this planet. Yes, like people look at it as like, a doctor is a healer, a psychiatrist is a healer. But when your spouse or your significant other gets sick and you take care of them, what do? What is that? You're healing them. When they have a death in the family and they're emotional and you comfort them and nurture them, what is that? Healing. If you have an animal, a pet, a cat, a dog, when they get sick, what do? You take care of them and help them get better. What is that? You're a healer. Everyone is a healer to an extent. So you can focus right now on just one thing, get rid of it. Like I said, it's just a habit. It's programming in your mind. It takes 3 weeks to break a habit. Once that habit is out, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. Then you move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And do this over 90 days. Get rid of your 5 main habits. You're going to be a completely different person. You know, like I said, what I did is isolation and went to the full max. I don't suggest that, but if you do it, you're going to have healing dramatically and a lot faster, and you're going to get to your goals 10 times faster. You are going to be an alchemist. You're going to be able to turn any negative into a positive. When you find that inner peace, when negative things happen in my life, I used to look at the glasses half empty, but now I look at it as half full. Like once you have your cup overflowing, you can then give to others. But if you don't have a full cup and you keep giving out your energy to other people, you're always going to be running on empty. So you need to heal and get yourself to where you need to be before you can start helping others. And that's all my channel is about, just helping as many people as possible. Even if this only helps one person, I am grateful for that, because the reason we're here on this planet is to help each other. We are not supposed to be selfish individuals. We're supposed to be selfless. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I look forward to doing part 2. I'm going to be posting videos on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care.